All right, let's do this. So welcome to the Blackthorn billing webinar. I have some pretty nice things in store to show you today. So for today's agenda, we're going to talk about what problems our app is solving and our stack is going after, what the flow looks like that you can use our app with, because it's not fixed. It's pretty flexible to work with your existing processes. We're going to talk about and show how we do tiered pricing and bundles, how we work with tax with Avalara, what our document link product does. In short, it saves you from having to configure lots of PDFs with templates. What our recurring billing means and how it's a little different from subscriptions, and how you can take payments on invoices. So I just clicked, but it didn't click. There we go. So the way that our process works, and this is a way to look at it visually from our document link product, is that you can start from any object in Salesforce to be able to use our app and go into any aspect of our app. So it's a little different from how a lot of other billing applications work, where our application is actually a quote to cash application. It doesn't just do billing. So if you start from an opportunity and you want to be doing advanced pricing for your quotes with tiers through price plans, or you have different bundles that you want to be adding onto it that we refer to as components, or if you want to add in discount schedules, or if you want to group line items together, you can create a quote off of an opportunity. And it's part of our packages quote. You can also use standard quotes to then lead into our orders and invoices. This also works seamlessly with Salesforce CPQ. So if you're using Salesforce CPQ, you wouldn't use our quotes. You could then close the deal with the Salesforce CPQ quote and then go into an order with our product if you wanted to do multiple billings off of the order, or you can go direct just from a quote into an invoice. So there's no set process that you have to follow with our application structure. It's pretty flexible as to how your business currently operates and what data structure you're using. You also don't have to use opportunities or quotes or Salesforce CPQ quotes. You can create a quote, order, or invoice directly in our application. So it's really up to you with what approach you want to be following. So some of the features include multi-currency and multi-company. Multi-currency, the way it works, you don't actually have to turn on the standard Salesforce multi-currency to make it work. To do pricing and product management, we have our own concept of products baked into the app called items. The reason we do this is that it works with a platform license, because we have some users who are just using our events app and they don't need full access to a lot of the other product aspects. If you're using standard products, it works completely the same with all the same functionality, which is how it can sync lines back to opportunities. If you use to standard quotes or Salesforce CPQ quotes, you understand that the lines can sync both ways with the products, and ours works the same way. And then within these, you can do your bundles. There's multiple catalogs and price book support, tiered pricing, and so forth. So without further ado, we're going to show you a demo with a few different flows. And if you have any questions during the demo, feel free to type into the app here and we'll do Q&A ongoing. And we can also have some time at the end in case anyone has any questions. So I'm going to hand this off now to Ashley, if you want to take it away.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. And can you give me access to share my screen? My video?
Yes.
Let's see. Video is not working, but I believe everyone can see my screen.
There you go. You should be able to do it now.
There we go. Hey, everyone. Yeah, like Chris said, we're going to go through a quick demo. What I'll be demoing is a couple of features Chris touched on, which is with our tiers and bundles, and then also getting into our recurring items and one time. Like you said, there's not a set process or one set process. So what I'm going to show you is from an opportunity, and this is what we follow internally. We'll create opportunities, and then it'll create an order, and we use our custom items object. But again, like Chris mentioned, if you use products with opportunities, they can get converted into an order with products as well. So let's go ahead and get started. I just have a very standard opportunity, kind of prospecting with a customer. So we'll create an order. And this is just a simple action, customizable, so you can add or remove fields to your liking. We'll go ahead and enter in some information. Document link template, I'll get into a little bit further into the demo, but this is so when your customer sees the web-based order, it actually creates the template for what fields are shown. So go ahead and hit save. Awesome, so right away, a sales document is created. We'll go to that. Based on the document link template that I set, other fields are populated. So we have in the related company, location, payment gateway. In addition to that, our account information also populated with the account's bill to address and shipping address. From here, let's go ahead and add in some line items to the order. Again, same functionality with products. You can also go from a line item and add a new line item order. For this demo, I created another custom action so I can just show the specific fields that I want to enter. We're going to go with a little bit of an 80s theme for our demo, and we're going to add in some awesome, we're going to add an awesome bundle. Just do one. Let that load here really quick. And then I'm also going to add in tiers. So we'll have some rad tiers. We have too much fun with demonstrations. I'm going to go ahead and refresh our sales document and point out a few things. So the first feature with our sales document order is the bundle. So by adding in this awesome bundle item, it brought in, let me just go back here and view all of the child bundles attached to it, which is really nice. You only have to select one and it brings everything in. And then with our rad tiers, also the price was calculated. So we're gonna go back to the sales document. And I'm gonna point out tax. So with our Avalara tax integration, we have auto calculation turned on, which means as we add items, tax is automatically being calculated per line item. So if I go back into our awesome bundle, it's factors in nexus within the tax details, and it's all by jurisdiction. I'll just go ahead and show all here, which is really nice, especially for estimating tax on an order before a customer approves it. So with that being said, we're going to go back to the sales document, and our internal process is we'll automatically send out an email to the customer with our document link. So I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like. And again, everything's laid out here on the line item, showing the quantity, the tax, the breakdown. The fields underneath document link are populated from the document link template. So if you have any terms and conditions or additional information that you want your customer to see, that's all going to populate at the bottom of this document. So we'll go ahead and accept the order on behalf of the customer. Let it load here really quick. And what it's doing is we also have another process where when an order is accepted, then it's going to come back into the sales document, mark it as accepted, and then automatically create an invoice. Do that. As you can see, it shows as accepted, and an invoice is being created. Before I hop into that invoice, I do want to show you what the bundle and the tiers look like. So we'll just go to the bundle first. And they're all defined within a price plan and an item. So if I come here and I look at our item for an awesome bundle, you'll see that it is a component for 3 other child items. So it groups them all together. Depending on your pricing structure, you can have a component unit price. You can pull a price from the parent item or product, or combine the total amount from all child plus parent. And if there's any discounts included with that by bundling, that all will be defined on the price plan. So we'll go ahead and look at the tiers as well, so I can show you that example. So with this price plan, what I did is I just created 3 tiers. Very simple, 0 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 plus. And if say I would have added 25, right, we would have hit all 3 tiers, and it would have had an average price calculated to show each item in that specific tier. So I'm going to go back to my sales document here. Perfect. All right, so let's go to our invoice. And again, everything came over from the order. There's a specific document link template for invoices that you can define, and then all the information was brought in. Again, what we have is that after the order is accepted, we automatically send out an email to the customer with the invoice. So let me just go ahead and click on that. Perfect. So as you can see, again, everything you saw on the order. So I'm going to go ahead and click pay. With checkout, we offer two payment options. That's card and bank. I'm going to go ahead and use card as our example payment. I have memorized the card number. Let's get an email. We'll go ahead and click pay. Again, what's happening at this point is it's a transaction's being created, it's being captured through Stripe, and then being related back to the invoice. And then another internal process that we have, which you most likely will follow similar, is that when you have a paid invoice, our sales document will update to, let's go ahead and refresh, to completed. All right, awesome. So everything shows as corrected, and then balance paid is updated from what the amount was in balance due. We have our related transaction that was captured, and everything's been completed for that order. Very, very simple process, and does not take much time to set up, and no custom code, a few process builders based off of what you guys want for automation, and that's about it. So from there, let me go ahead and show you our recurring and one-time demonstration. So again, starting from an opportunity, I'm going to create an order. Has the exact same layout as we had for the tiers and bundles. And we'll have the exact same document link template. All right, so we had a sales document created. Let me just exit out of these here. All right, so from this order, again, I'm going to add a line item. And this time we have our example recurring. We're going to do a quantity of 2. And for this, we're going to start on the 1st of September, and it's going to go out 2 years to August 31st. We'll hit save. And then in addition to this item, we have a one-time fee. So we'll go ahead and add that line item here. Just do 1. And we don't need a start or end date as it's not a recurring item. Perfect. Again, as you're noticing, tax is auto-calculating, which is great. The one thing that I want to briefly get into is our recurring item. So the way that our app works with recurring billing is we have default billing settings from the item, or you can manually add those default billing settings directly to the line item record. So if you're saying, all right, we're going to bill quarterly, The type needs to be advanced. Term will calculate based on your start and end date, and then what the term unit is. So for us, in this example, we have a quarterly frequency, but the term's every month. So when I come over to the billing schedules, we're going to have 8 billing schedules for each quarter for the next 2 years, and then how many terms are in each billing schedule. So keep that in mind as I show you what it looks like when we create an invoice. We do have a scheduled invoice run. So after the first invoice, these billing schedules will automatically be created into an invoice. And if you have it set to auto process with a payment method, it will automatically capture as well. So set it and forget it mentality with your recurring billing. Let's go back to the sales document. So again, we have our order, we have all of our information. We're going to go and click on the document link, see what the order looks like. Differences that I want to point out between what this order looks like compared to the last order is we have a recurring item, which means there are additional columns giving you more information about that recurring billing. So we have the term price, billing frequency, and then everything adds up with the unit price, quantity, and tax. Again, this isn't what they're going to be paying up front, but this is what they are accepting for the next 2 years. So we'll go ahead and click accept on that. Awesome. And I did forget to mention, with orders or even invoices, your customers are able to download this as a receipt or keep for their records. We have an internal process, and I would say most of our customers would as well, that you'll have an email automation going out letting them know, thank you for accepting the order, or thank you for your payment, and additional information on that. So we'll come back to the order and we will refresh. As you can see, it was accepted and the invoice was created. So let's go ahead and look at the invoice. Perfect. Let's go and look at the line items. So again, it includes the one-time fee and then the first quarter of the recurring billing item. I'm going to go back and then let's just quickly go through the document link. As we see the price that it's due, we'll hit pay. I can type here. Okay. Perfect. So let's come back here. We'll go ahead and refresh the invoice. It will be updated to completed. You'll see the related transaction. The next thing that I want to show you is what our scheduled invoice will do. And I'm going to manually just create the second invoice as we're not close to the second quarter's date to process. So if I come back to the order, the reason why I'm wanting to show you this is to show that the one-time fee will no longer be on any forward-looking invoices. It'll just be that recurring item. So if I'm looking at the order, I'm just going to click on Create Invoice. Let that load here really quick. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and refresh my screen. Awesome. So now we have 2 invoices. I click on that second one, and we only have one line item showing that recurring item here, tax calculated, total, and we can go ahead and pay for the invoice just like we did with the first one. Again, if you have it set to auto process and there is a valid payment method, you will skip this step completely and it will just bill the customer based on that due date. That is it.
Okay, so thank you everyone for hopping on, and to show you the part that everyone always looks for. So our pricing is here on the screen, and we're going to be launching September 1st. If you do decide to move forward and make a purchasing decision in September, we can offer you an 18-month term for the price of 12. So you sign up for our normal pricing, and it'll actually be for 18 months rather than 12. So contact us, let us know if you're interested. We can get you on our list to receive a trial that will start, that will start on September 1st. If you have any questions, just email us at hi@blackthorn.io. Okay, thanks.
Thanks, everyone.